Was that controversial? Oh. All right, so anyway. Hey friend, my name is Dominique, that's long for Dami, and you are watching Misadventures with Dami. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, hey, what's up? If you are new here, let me introduce myself because I do have a couple new subscribers. I am Dominique and this is my channel. We're friends, so you can call me Dami. And I just want you to know that here on this channel, we love tacos, we love memes, and we already love you. So I'm gonna give you a second to subscribe. All right, I know you're done. So as you can see by the title, today I'm doing a get ready with me, and I just figured that today we could do a little chit chat. You know, we can talk, we can catch up, but most importantly, I wanted to talk about platonic and romantic love. So if you are interested in hearing all about that, keep watching. All right, so first things first, you need to know that I am by no means a makeup guru, but I have been watching a few tutorials here on the YouTube, you know, so I feel like I know what I'm doing just a little bit. So first off, we're gonna prime. So this video is inspired by a couple things. So I follow this lovely individual named Leah Nicole on Instagram, and she's so fantastic and just so sweet and really inspires me as like another small creator. So it's February obviously, and she made a post about self-love, and that got me to thinking about how February is like, you know, a month that's like mainly focused around Valentine's Day and having like a romantic partner or partners. And I just thought about the fact that not everyone has that and not everyone wants that. And I recently reconnected with a very important person in my life, my very best friend, and I just started thinking about like how much I love her and how much she means to me. And she is by no means a romantic partner. I mean, no, she's not. But like, I do love her so much, and I just think about the fact that people don't regard platonic relationships or friendships the same way they do romantic ones. And I was like, you know what, I should talk about that because that's important. That is just as important as the romantic relationships that we will have throughout our lives. So I'm gonna talk about it. All right, sorry, I'm back. I had to get a sponge. But anyway, as I was saying, I didn't really think about what I was going to say in this video, so I'm sorry if it seems like I'm rambling. I am, but you know, just stick with me. Let's see if I can multitask. This is also a challenge to see if I can multitask, because I might not be able to, but you don't know unless you try, right? All right, so everyone knows what Valentine's Day is, you know, what it's about, the saint of Valentine's and love and, you know, romance and blase, right? So in recent years, there has been more focus on an alternative to Valentine's Day called Galentine's Day, right? I personally have only participated in one. I do not have many friends, but you know, I know people who do Galentine's Day every single year with their super close friends. I'm sure men can celebrate as well. It's definitely not like mutually exclusive to femmes or women, you know, or any female identifying person. But you know, that's been a thing in recent years where people are like, hey, I don't have a romantic partner, or even if you do have a romantic partner, you know, it's just a fun way to be like, hey, this is like my chosen family. These are the people that I love and that like in a sense that I have chosen to love and have in my life, and I want to celebrate a day of love with them, right? And I think that is so nice and so special because growing up, I think, because I'm gonna, you know, disclosure, I'm 23 turning 24 this year, and I'm in like that in-between generation where it's like I'm not quite a millennial, but I'm also not quite a Gen Z. And you know, it can be rough for us because we grew up with like a lot of things where, you know, the older generation was like, hey, this is how it is and this is how it has to be. And you know, now there's a newer generation that's like, nah, we don't like that. They're like, we don't fuck with that. And that's super cool. Because, you know, it's kind of like we get the best of both worlds, but also the worst of both worlds. So growing up, I remember I always got Valentine's Day like gifts from my mom. It would be like every single year I knew that if I got no Valentine, if I had no crushes, if I had like no love interests, that I would always get a Valentine from my mom. And it would always be like a nice cute little card and like a box of chocolates, like, you know, those Russell Stover chocolates that everyone can get from like for like $1.98 at Walmart. And I always knew that I could come home to at least that on Valentine's Day, you know. And I, for the longest time, did not know that there are some people who don't have that. And I feel so like disgustedly naive about it, but it's true. Some people do not have that, you know, that comfort, that love in their life. So that's one thing. So obviously familial, family, I don't know, whatever family love is called or considered. I didn't know that there were people who like didn't come home to, you know, Valentine's, like just from their parents. Obviously, you know, I know that now as an adult, and it's sad to me, but you know, we live and we learn, and I now understand that that is such a privilege, and it is not at all a luxury to have the love of your immediate family and much less your extended family. So my heart goes out to anyone who is watching this and like you can totally relate to that. Know that I love you. A stranger on the internet fucking loves you, okay? Because you deserve happiness and love and comfort and joy. And if you don't have it from, you know, the people around you, then you have it here with me. And that's on what? Period. Anyway, so getting into that, that's just kind of like, you know, where like it all kind of started, you know, me having this relationship with Valentine's Day and whatnot. And you know, did I even make a connection? I don't know. Are you still following? I hope so. Okay, so that's what Valentine's Day has, you know, kind of been for a long time. Just, you know, people getting chocolates and cards from someone who they like romantically, and you know, that's cool, that's fine. But when I was a kid, I would specifically give my friends in class like the biggest cards. So you know, like when you buy those card packs, it would be like a pack of like 20 or something, depending on how many kids were in your class. And there would always be like 4 or 5 like really big ones. I always gave my friends the biggest ones. If I liked someone, I would give them maybe like a big card, but for the most part, like those 3 or 4 big cards would be dedicated to my friends. And it was always like that. It was like that up until like 8th grade. And you know, I remember one year someone called me weird because they were like, why do you give your friends such big Valentines? And I was like, because they're my friends and I love them. And they were like,
that's suspicious.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's weird.
and I was like, it's weird that you don't. That's weird. Yeah. And to whoever that kid was, because I literally don't even remember who it was, I really hope that you have grown and that you love your friends now and that you have some, because I don't know what you're going through, but I'm sure you deserve some love. But yeah, so like someone, you know, tried to make me feel like that was weird to love my friends, to love the people who, you know, who got me through middle school. And it was just so crazy to me that this guy was like, I say guy, but this person, like, you know, told me that was weird. And I was just like, whoa, like, why? And then, like, you know, in true preteen middle schooler fashion, I had to go and talk to my best friend and be like, is that weird? I was like, is it weird that like I love you? And she was like, no, I don't think so. And keep in mind, I had a friend who was Turkish in the 8th grade. Shout out to Mirna. If I don't know if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel or not, but if you are, hey, I miss you, I love you, and you and your boyfriend are super cute on Facebook. She was like, no, absolutely not. She was like, I love you. Seriously. And I was like, oh my god, like thank you, because like first, you know, in middle school you're super impressionable, and I was like, I thought that was weird, like because someone said it was. But she was like, no, absolutely not. But yeah, so people think that it's weird to love your friends, or to have love outside of like love for your family or romantic interest. And to me, that's so weird. It's so strange that you want your love to be so limited. Like, why would you want that? Why would you only want to love like 3 people? That's so crazy to me. And like, I get it. I get that people are raised differently and come from different backgrounds, and I'm not bashing that at all, because you do what you gotta do, especially in, you know, certain environments where, you know, things can be perceived as bad just for being different. I forgot I had iced coffee. Caffeine doesn't really do anything for me, but I like to drink it because it's trendy. Was that controversial? All right, so anyway, back to platonic love. You know, platonic love can come in many forms, you know. All right, so platonic love is a special emotional and platonic love is a special emotional and spiritual relationship between 2 people who love and admire one another because of common interests, a spiritual connection, and similar worldviews. It does not involve any type of sexual involvement. Most friendships begin as either personal or professional. That is the definition of platonic love. Essentially, it just means someone who you're not sleeping with. right. So I just think it's so wild that we will, as a society, sit here and talk about every other form of love romantically before we talk about the other relationships we have in our lives. Think about growing up. You grow up and you have, you know, your parent figures, your guardians, your siblings, you have, you know, your playmates, your friends. And you know, as a kid, we don't think about romantic love until it's literally ingrained in us by society, or, you know, by our peers. And that's just so like mind-blowing to me that's literally something that has to be programmed into us, thinking that, you know, romantic relationships are the only relevant ones. And it's actually really disheartening at times, because when you think that romantic relationships are the only ones that matter, and you have either never had one, or you've never had a successful one, or you just aren't interested in one, it can make you feel like you are less of a person, you know, just because you don't have any romantic interest. I know that I personally went through a phase like that in like early high school, like sophomore year, just because it seemed like everyone around me was coupled off, and I was just like, no one likes me, and like I don't like anyone. And I just felt like weird and strange, because, you know, for Valentine's Day everyone was going all out, and I was just like so, you know, I had a very strained relationship with Valentine's Day and anything else that really involved like romance, because I thought that I was weird because I didn't have a boyfriend, and little did I know I was fucking gay. But well, bisexual, but still, regardless, I didn't, you know, I didn't have any romantic prospects, so I thought that there was something wrong with me. And also at the time, I didn't have a lot of friends, and you know, that made me feel very isolated and alone. But you know, I'm really happy that I'm not in that space anymore. And since I'm not, I'm going to take the time to tell you, whoever is watching this video, let me put my glasses on because we're having a serious moment. You are beautiful and wonderful, and you do not need someone in your life to love you for you to love yourself. yes, having the love of others is validating and nice because you feel wanted and important, but most importantly, if you don't love yourself, if you do not love yourself, at the end of the day, does someone else's love really matter? You still deserve love regardless of whether or not someone loves you. So we're gonna segue into self-love right now, all right? All right, y'all, Flashback Mary has returned. What was I talking about? Oh, self-love, yes, okay. My brush selection sucks, okay. So, self-love. I know that there's a lot of talk on the internet. It's really, I don't want to say it's controversial, but there's a lot of talk of like how people will say, oh, you can't love yourself. You accept the love you think you deserve. So like if you don't love yourself, you'll accept like abusive love or toxic love, or you know, love that's like that doesn't serve you, you know, things like that. And I do think that that is true to an extent. And then there's people who say like they have to love themselves before anyone else will love them, blase blase. And I'm like, okay, like it's true, like you should tell someone that they deserve love regardless. I do think it's kind of like BS that people, you know, say like that people are like have like a contrary opinion of that. And you please feel free to like argue with me in the comments about it if you do not agree with what I'm about to say. But I really do think that if you do not properly love yourself and care for yourself the way that you should, that you will accept love that is beneath you. You know, it sucks because there's like a lot of soul searching and work that you need to do for yourself before you can, you know, come to the conclusion that the love that you have been receiving or the love that you have, you know, been without is something that you deserve. But I really think that it's worth it in the long run when, you know, you wake up and you wake up and you find yourself surrounded by people who love you unconditionally, you know, whether that's friends or reconnecting with family members or romantic love, because romantic love is not the end all be all, okay, people? Like you can exist without a man or a woman in your life, all right? Or a them be, or, you know, like you do not have to have a romantic partner to feel loved. And that's just what I have to say about it. And if that's controversial, let it be controversial. You heard it here first. I said what I said. Is that showing up on camera? I don't know. Okay, I need to be faster because this powder will leave Flashback and she will do it without hesitation, okay? Whew. But yeah, so like quit telling people that they should just, you know, accept any love that comes along, because you shouldn't. You should love yourself, and you should love yourself enough to know what kind of love you deserve. But just know that it is all right to love yourself. It's all right to love yourself first and foremost, and sometimes only, all right? But yeah, now that we have discussed platonic love and we have discussed self-love, I guess now we should talk about the one that what was that? All right, now we should go ahead and talk about the one that everyone's always talking about. We're gonna talk about romantic love, all right? I feel like romantic love is so ingrained in us that we all know what it means, but we don't really know what it means, you know? It's one of those things that like you can say it. You can say it in Rome, you can say it in Paris, you can say it here in Birmingham, Alabama, and everyone will know what you're talking about. But it means different things to different people, you know? Romantic love can mean different things to different people, right? Right. So romantic love, what is it to you? What is it to me? For me, romantic love means Chloe sending me money, because I like that. Romantic love to someone else can mean, wait, what am I saying? Oh, I feel like I'm confusing romantic love for what's that thing called? Oh, love language. That's what I just confused it for. See, right there, that's what I mean. Everyone knows what romantic love is. It's just one of those things. Yeah, so anyway, I know that I said that I was gonna discuss romantic love, but like, what is even the point? Why should I talk about something that already gets so much play? So much of it. It's unnecessary how much we talk about romantic love in our society. But yeah, yeah, I know I've already said like a little bit about romantic love, but I'm not gonna go into it anymore. I'm sure there are hundreds of thousands of millions of videos that you can watch talking about how to get a Valentine, how to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a significant other for Valentine's Day. I'm not doing that here in this video. I'm not gonna do that here on this channel. It's just not the vibe we're going for.
Period! 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 Period!
All right, so this is pretty much the full face. I'm just gonna plop on some highlight real quick. This is literally the same one I use all the time. It's just my go-to. All right. Oh, hold up. I didn't do no brows. I didn't do no mascara. I'm all over the place. All right, hold on again. Okay, I'm back yet again. I don't know why I tried to fool myself into believing that I was done when I definitely was not. I had not put on mascara. I had not. This setting spray just told me to shut the hell up. It did. It did. Oh, that does not taste good. Now I'm done with my makeup. And I'm gonna go put on an outfit, not on camera because I have things to do. But I hope that if you have gotten all the way to the end of this video that you have enjoyed it. I know that I really liked talking on camera like this lately. It just feels very cathartic, therapeutic. I don't know. I don't go to counseling anymore, so I feel like this is how I talk out things now to a camera and to strangers on the internet, and that works for me because, you know, maybe eventually I'll be able to profit off of it somehow. But this is what my makeup looks like. I think it looks pretty good for someone who got distracted 300 times and was also talking to a camera for the majority of the time. So if you like my makeup, go down below and give this video a like. If you haven't subscribed already, you should go ahead and do that. And please comment down below what your favorite part of this video has been, whether it's been the chit chat part, the get ready with me part, or the parts where I almost maimed myself. Anyway, I don't know why I was talking like that. And if you are looking for extra reasons to subscribe besides the amazing content, know that here on this channel, we love memes, we love tacos, and we already love you. So I'll see you next time. Bye.